Hey guys, welcome back to Coders Arcade. This is Ashank David, and this is the next video of our searching and sorting algorithms or in data structures algorithms which we are talking about in this playlist. My last video was on recursive binary search, and if you have not watched that video or if you are not following this playlist, I would recommend you to go ahead and watch that video and other videos as well in this playlist. And then come to this video because this is another version of another algorithm which might look like the previous algorithms which we have talked before. So let us start with this video, guys. I'll give the link of the other videos and the playlist here in the description below, and you can go ahead and watch that. And let's start this video now, guys. So this video is on jump search, guys, and in jump search you will understand how jump search can be applied into a given array. So before I start with this video, guys, I would like to request you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel Coders Arcade, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you won't miss any future updates, guys. Okay, so now let's start. So here in this example, I have taken a big array to explain you about how jump search works. You see the word here is jump. The word here is jump search, means while you are jumping the number of elements, you are searching the element which you want to find in the array. So basically what you are doing is you are trying to take bigger jumps so that you don't have to traverse in the whole array manually. Now those people who are watching our series from the beginning, we have done a lot of different algorithms, where the first algorithm was on linear search. Now the linear search algorithm requires you to traverse through all the elements. So you will start from the first, then we'll go to the second element, third element, fourth, and so on until you reach the last, and until you find the element. One by one you have to traverse through the array and you have to touch all the elements. That was linear search, guys. But linear search is not going to be the one which is we are going to implement. The problem with linear search was that it was very slow. The time complexity was coming as big O of n or order of n, which was very slow as compared to other algorithms, and that was the very basic algorithm. So the point of jump search here is to reduce this down to a better version, better time complexity, better time. We need to, this is the main reason behind we are learning about jump search. So let us talk about that. So what happens in jump search is that let's say you have a total size n equals to something. Let's say we have n equals to 12 is the size. This is the size. And let's say m is the what you can say block size. Block size. Block size means the jump size, you can say. The jump size, you can say. Okay. Let us say you are going to jump after 0. Let us say you are going to jump directly to the third index. So the length of the jump will become 3. That means in this case, let us say we have m as 3. Understood? So what happens is that first you are standing right here on the first element, then you will directly jump over this element, and then you will directly jump over this element 6, and then you will directly jump over this element, and then you will directly jump over so this element, like that. I hope so that you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say. Actually, it would jump 1, 2, 3, like right there in this case. I hope so that this is very much clear here, and then we will jump right here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, and this would jump right over 1, 2, 3 right here, and the next jump would be right somewhere here out of the bound. Okay. So like this, these are the jumps which I have taken. Okay, this is jump number 1, J1, and this is jump number 2, J2. This is jump number 3, J3. This is jump number 4, and this is jump number 5. So let us say we have some jump number also. We will calculate how many jumps we have taken. So that can also be taken in this case. So initially the jump is 0 because you are standing right here in the beginning. Okay. So what you will do is, the main motto of jump search is to jump and search if the element is present or not. And if the element is present in that particular block, let's say you've got the element right here in this block itself, what you will do, you will apply linear search over this block. Understood? So you are doing linear search, but only in a particular section of the array, not on the whole array, and hence increasing the time complexity, like making the time complexity better than linear search, but not as good as any other algorithm. So it is like the main goal of this algorithm is to make the linear search better in this case. So that is what we do jump. Understood? I hope so that this is very, very much clear. So let us say we have n equals to 12 and m equals to 3. So the size of the jump will be 3 in this case. So first I am standing right over here where I am standing on 1, and let's say you want to search for the last element. Let's say you want to search for key value as 12. So what you will do is you want to search for 12, that is on the last index, right? It should return 11th index, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right here. So I'm going to take two variables, let's say low, and I can take a high. Okay. So low is set to 0th index and high is set to, let us say, the third index. Okay. The high is 3, 0 and 3. So low is 0 and high is 3. That means this is the block size. Okay. So what you've done is you want to search for 12. Okay. So what you will do is you will search for this 12 is inside this block or not. So you will search if 12 is, let's say if 12 is greater than ARR of low, or like I'm writing the pseudo logic here. I'm not writing the actual code, guys. Just understand the pseudo logic. Okay. Or if 12 is lesser than ARR of high in this case. And if this is the case, guys, then what we will do is we know this. If this is the case, then we know this that 12 is inside this block. If 12 is, let's actually see it here and then understand. Okay. So let's see. So we are standing at jump right now on vast index. Okay. We are checking if the 12 is greater than 1. Yes, it is greater than 1. If 12 is lesser than 4, no. 12 is not lesser than 4. 12 is greater than 4. That means 12 is not in this block. So we will not do this block. We will take the jump. When we take the jump, now we skipped this. What did we do? We skipped this block. We did not even check. Now we update the low. Low will become index 3 and high will become index 6 in this case. Understood? That means now we are in searching for this block, in this block. I hope so that this is very, very much clear. Understood? So now we will again check if 12 is greater than ARR of low. If 12 is greater than 4, yes it is. If 12 is greater than 7, no it is not. That means we will have to also skip this block, and 12 is not there in this block. I hope so that this is very, very much clear now. Next up, we are gonna jump into this will become 6 and this will become, let's say, 9 in this case. Okay. So what I'll do is now we will check in this block if this is present or not. Okay. So check if ARR of 8 or 7 is 12 greater than 7. Yes it is. But if 12 is lesser than 10, no it is not. So we need to skip this block also. We cannot search on this. Okay. Now this will become 9 and this will become of course this will become the 12th index, but 12th index does not exist. So that means we will have to check if 12 is greater than 10 or not. Is 12 greater than 10? Yes, it is. Yes, 12 is greater than 10 and the high has gone out of the index. That means 12 might be in this case. 12 might be in this block. I hope so that you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say, guys. Okay, 12 might be here in this block. Okay, so what we will do is now we will perform linear search now onto this. We will perform linear search over this block, and one by one we'll try to find. If 12 is 10, no, it is not. If 12 is 11, no, it is not. If 12 is 12, yes, it is. And hence you found the index right there. And you will give this index as the answer. Well, I hope so that this is very, very much clear, guys. If you talk about the time complexity, then the time complexity is gonna be for the jump search is gonna be n divided by m, that is the size of the optimal size of the block, okay, minus uh, plus m minus 1. M minus 1 is the size minus 1 index, because always the array starts from the 0th index, right, and goes till n minus 1. So here I have taken that this would be the time complexity. So big O of n divided by m plus m minus m, this is gonna be the time complexity, which is of course better than O of n in this case. Okay, so this is the logic, guys. I hope so that this is very much clear to all of you guys. If you have any doubts, please do let me ask in the comment section, and uh, please ask me in the comment section, guys. And yeah, that's it for the logic, guys. Now we will go towards the code and understand the code, how it works. Okay, so let's go ahead into the code. And here is the code, guys. So what I have done here is, the main function is very similar. We are taking the size of the array, we are taking the input in the array, we are having the key, and we are calling that function jump search. Okay, and what we have done is, this is the step or the block size. The step or the block size, we have taken it as square root of n. The square root of n would be the size of the block in this case, and this is the low, guys. I hope so that this is very much clear. This is going to be the high and this is going to be the low, you can say, like something like this. Okay, and we are checking if while ARR of minimum of step comma n minus 1 is lesser than the key. What do you mean by that? This means in ARR of, why we have taken minimum of step comma n, minimum of step comma n means minus 1 is the, so what happens here is that we are trying to search for if the element is in between the given block or not, and if it is in the given block, minus 1 is, why so? Because we know this, the array index starts from 0 and it goes till n minus 1, so we have to subtract minus 1, and we are checking if that is lesser than the key. That means if the key is in the block, and if the key is in the block, then we will do a linear search. We'll perform a linear search. Otherwise, what we will do is, we will jump to the next block, and if finding the if it is not found, then you will say element not found. If the step exceeds the array size, that means the element is not found. Otherwise, you will perform a linear search onto that particular block, where I will start from the prev means the low, and it will go till this, which is high. In this case, this is actually high. Okay, ARR of high minus 1 is lesser than the key or not, and if that is the case, then only you will perform a linear search. Okay, I hope so that this is very much clear, guys. Otherwise, the element is not found. All right, guys, I hope so that this is very much clear. If you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comment section below. This is the program, guys, and that's it for this video, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Code is Arcade, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you won't miss any future update, guys. That's all for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.